Hello everyone, it is Lucy. I feel like today I'm very much giving 2000s teen movie vibes. What do we think? So today we're going to do a little variation of a try-on haul in that I'm going to be showing you the most worn items in my wardrobe. Specifically what I have worn most this season. Now I'm Australian in case you weren't aware, and we are just, hopefully, rounding off the summer season. So the fashion pieces I'm going to be sharing with you today are what I have been wearing in the warmer months. So hopefully for those of you who are going into spring summer, it'll maybe serve as some style inspiration. I wanted to do this video because as much as we love testing and trying and talking about new things, I think it's also really good to do a little bit of a retrospective and see what you kind of actually end up wearing. You know, like what am I actually wearing day to day? What has stood the test of time? What's practical? And also because I think a lot of us, instead of wanting to have like a really huge amount of clothes, are looking more into finding those individual pieces and kind of more honing in on our personal style to have a more curated collection of things that we really love. Obviously there are some special pieces that are more occasion wear, but this is like my everyday casual, just out and about kind of jazz. And since we're going to be talking about the clothes, bags, shoes that I've been wearing every day, I figured we should also talk about the jewelry I've been wearing pretty much every day. And my most worn jewelry pieces are by far and away from Alo Yoga, who are the sponsors of this video. Alo Yoga is a jewelry brand that I have absolutely grown to love and adore because they make timeless, high quality jewelry pieces at affordable prices. The brand is also carbon neutral, which we appreciate, and they have speedy worldwide shipping. I feel as I kind of grow and develop my personal style, I'm looking more and more to acquire high quality jewelry pieces that I can wear again and again, and I've definitely managed to find that within my Alo Yoga pieces. I feel like you've probably seen a lot of creators and people sharing the really gorgeous gold pieces from their range, but can I just say, for my silver preferring bibbies like myself, I prefer silver jewelry. They have really expanded their silver range. And when I tell you the amount of wear that their silver pieces are getting from me, in particular, I've just been obsessed with rotating through these different pairs of their little silver huggy hoops because they just go with everything. And I didn't used to wear my earrings to sleep because I found that they kind of like would irritate my skin a bit, but I like regularly wear these earrings to sleep. And my ears never get irritated and the pieces always stay in gorgeous condition, and I'm a side sleeper. Alo Yoga's pieces start at $39 US, and I truly believe there are gorgeous pieces on there for everyone, no matter what your personal style is. So you can click the link in the description box below to check out Alo Yoga, and you can also save 20% on your order using my code LucyL20. And now that we've covered my most worn jewelry, let's get into the rest of the pieces. Starting off with a clothing item, I'm gonna give you a quick second to just guess. If you follow me on Instagram, I don't think this will be a massive surprise to you. It is this cropped white tank top. Just simple, basic, it's a white tank top. So much to my amusement, this white crop top is in my last 4 Instagram posts. I've genuinely worn it so much, not because it's like a particularly outstanding white crop top, like it's pretty good. Obviously I've worn it enough. Either way, I think we all know that I like a white crop top, okay? It's no secret. And also since doing my personal color, I wouldn't say that my style has changed significantly in terms of like what I'm interested in. But as I've said before, it kind of provides like supporting evidence or reasoning as to why I tend to do something in an outfit. And because I'm in the like summer category, it tends to be these sort of lighter, cool tone colors and also like true whites that tend to like flatter me and make me look my best, quote unquote. And I was already wearing a lot of white tops, and it just kind of clicked, like the reason why I feel good in these pieces is sort of backed up by scientific color theory, but also in terms of like constructing an outfit, having a piece like this just kind of goes with a lot of other statement pieces that I've been trying to style and wear. The straps have like a really nice width to them, which means I can comfortably wear whatever undergarment underneath it, which I appreciate. And it's like a ribbed stretch material, so it's really form-fitted. So I've paired it both in like denim and more casual looks, but I've also styled it with a white cotton maxi skirt and some heels. So it's like a little bit more of like a party, formal, summery look, and I've worn that look a couple of times. But yeah, I've worn this a lot. I'll probably continue to wear it a lot, but it's also made me sort of go on the hunt for similar style pieces because I just love the versatility this has given my wardrobe. Having some other variations on this cropped white basic theme that aren't like graphic t-shirts, I think will enrich my wardrobe. Next up, I have this denim skirt, which some of you may recognize from a Korean fashion haul that I did a little while back. It is from Lewkin. It is sort of a midi maxi kind of length, and it also has a bit of stretch to it, so it has like a sort of mermaid silhouette. Apart from the fact that my enjoyment and wear of this is probably contributing to that hemline recession theory. And again, it kind of makes sense as to why I like denim so much, because baby blue is a color that I really enjoy. denim. And I think I have been trying to be a little bit more experimental with my style and challenge myself to try new things, ignoring the fact that in my last 4 outfit posts on Instagram, I wore the exact same tank top, but that's not even really a bad thing because I think you should rewear your clothes. But I just think it's like funny because obviously I wore other outfits in between, but I chose to share 4 with the same tank top. But denim, especially denim jeans, have kind of been like my safe thing. And no hate, I love jeans. They're like a versatile wardrobe staple. But when it comes to summer, especially in Australian summer, it can be like a little bit too hot for jeans on the daily. I tend to wear more relaxed pairs of jeans. So because this is quite form-fitting all the way down, it almost has a similar effect to flares. And also, even though it's form-fitted, it's like really comfortable. It's not like too tight around my waist or anything like that. And the split in the middle of the front makes it so you can walk easily. And if there's one thing about me, I need to be able to move in my clothes. Like if I'm not wearing really casual loungewear, if I'm wearing like, you know, actual human outdoors clothes, I'm probably going somewhere and doing something, and I need to be able to wear something that I can go and do things in. So yeah, shout out to the denim big boy. So the next thing I have worn so much in the last couple of months, and I think is also very much an indicator of the climate that I live in, is cotton shirts. They don't necessarily have to be stripy. I just happen to have striped ones and they tend to be stripy. This one I got like over a year ago, I think, from White Fox. It's just like 100% cotton shirt, very oversized, very relaxed fit. And this one is a newer acquisition. I actually picked it up from a vintage store here. It's from an Australian brand called Sportscraft, which is still around, but it's definitely an old Sportscraft piece. You can kind of tell by the label. And it just had these really gorgeous like gelato, sorbet, pastel colors that I was just obsessed with. And there's also another pastel shirt. I'll put a picture up of me wearing it because I can't find it. I think it might be in the wash or just like mysteriously around the apartment somewhere, because it's actually not my shirt. It's my boyfriend's shirt, which he thrifted, I think. And I wouldn't put these necessarily in the class of like my cutest, most slay looks. But you know what's cute and fashionable and adorable? Being sun safe. I don't know if this is like a worldwide thing, but in Australia we have this thing called slip, slop, slap. I don't actually know what step is which part of slip, slop, slap. But essentially it's a really long running sun safety campaign in Australia that's about wearing a hat and sunglasses and sunscreen and putting on a shirt and sliding under some shade. I think shade is slide. Or maybe it's the sunnies one. Anyway, you get my point. It's about having comprehensive sun safety, not just relying on sunscreen, not just relying on a shirt. But typically in the cooler months or even just on a cooler day, I tend to wear a cardigan or a jacket or long sleeves, and that's a lot better for sun safety. But here I live in Queensland, so I live in like the more tropical part of Australia, and it can get really humid and sticky, and you tend to just want to wear like crop tops, singlets, things like that. And so for those really hot days, I was struggling to find something that was cute, but also didn't make me like pass out from heat exhaustion. I'm definitely more of a cooler weather fashion girl, but wearing something like the white crop tank that I just showed you that I clearly apparently wore every day this summer meant that I was getting the sun protection while also remaining cool and breezy, because these are cotton shirts, so they're nice and breathable while still giving like some solid sun protection. I prefer the long sleeve one if I'm like out running errands and I like don't really care too much about the look. But the shorter sleeve one is like a little bit more of a cuter look that suits my personal style more for outings with slightly more limited sun exposure and sunscreen. Having these kind of things in your wardrobe are mostly utilitarian and mostly for sun safety, but you can definitely find some cute options. Especially when it comes to thrifting in the menswear section, they have so many nice quality cotton shirts and they are not expensive. I also want to do a brief shout out to this midi skirt because I don't think I've worn it as much as some of the other pieces, but I've worn it like enough significantly that it popped into my head for this video. This is a kind of mid to low rise cotton skirt from Motel. And the reason why I wanted to mention this one is because I think it's a very good transitional kind of all weathers piece, because I feel like we typically associate plaid with kind of cooler weather. Obviously it's like a midi skirt, so you've got like quite a bit of coverage and length. So when you pair it with things like an oversized jumper or a long sleeve knit or a cardigan, it like works really well with that kind of vibe. Like how I've styled it here, like for cooler weather, something slightly more autumnal, you want to be a little bit warmer, it layers up really nicely. But again, because it's cotton, it's more of a lightweight, breathable fabric, and it's really nice to wear in summer because it's like cool and breezy. But also I feel like the colors are kind of summery, at least to me. I'm wearing this, for example, with the white crop top and a cute little pair of mules, add a bag, and like the outfit's basically done. And it can kind of give this like preppy, relaxed 90s kind of energy. So while it's like a little bit more situational than some of these pieces, I've definitely worn this a lot. And soon I'll be kind of going through my wardrobe and doing a little bit of a declutter and kind of sorting things out. And some pieces which are explicitly very summery and not the kind of thing that I'll really be reaching for once the temperatures drop, I'll probably keep this in my wardrobe. It's sort of like a year-round thing. Also, it was the first piece that made me realize that maybe I don't hate mid to low rise for me. So yeah, just wanted to give that a shout out because I've been very much enjoying it. Then I want to talk about a couple of bags because like I feel like I'm kind of a bag gal. I was going to try and describe what a bag gal is, but I think if you're a bag gal, a fellow bag gal, you know what I mean. I enjoy bags. They're one of the clothing closet items that I most enjoy browsing and shopping for. And kind of continuing on the kind of like green blue theme of the skirt, I have been wearing these two bags a lot. Out of these two, it's actually this one I've probably worn the most in the spring summer period. Again, if you watch my videos, you might remember this from the Cody Book video I did. Cody Book is a Korean fashion retailer that have a bunch of different Korean fashion brands. I can't remember the exact name of the brand this is from, but it's just this really cute, like round shaped little bag. It's a crossbody. It's really delightful, like matcha pistachio color. I initially wasn't like 100% sold on the like calico, like linen pouch inside, but I've actually grown to quite like the detail. You can tell I've worn it a lot because you can actually maybe see the tiny little stain I got from when I got a Thai tea and I like spilt a bit of it on the bag. But I've just found this size, this kind of like small compact size with kind of like a bucket sort of shape. I can fit my wallet, my phone, a pair of sunglasses, keys, multiple lip glosses. All of my essential things plus a few extras can fit in this bag. And because in the summer months I really like wearing a lot of white and denim, this is like a cute little pop of color that works with a lot of that. It just has like a very nice like feminine but casual energy, which works for a lot of my feminine but casual outfits. And also I'm not really one to baby my possessions because like I like to use the stuff I have, but this is a really affordable bag, so I don't really worry about taking it to, for example, I took it to a music festival and I wasn't worried about it potentially like slipping off my shoulder and falling into the mud. Like it's easy to clean, it's pretty hardy. I definitely put it through its paces and it still looks really nice, so yeah. So then I've also been wearing my Coach Tabby a lot. Now I wouldn't say I've worn it as much as the little green bag, again, because the shape and design of that one is basically like a sort of squashed bucket bag. So you can just like throw everything into it. Whereas this one, it has like pockets and compartments while still being quite a like slimline bag. So you do have to like kind of stack it a bit. So if I'm in a rush and need to just put my stuff into a bag, I'm gonna pick the bucket bag because I can just throw it in. But also with like the duo ombre tone and like the silhouette, it's a little bit more of like a statement vibe. But I've styled it in a couple of ways where I feel like it just can kind of add a lot more like fun and color and like cuteness to a more simple outfit. And I've noticed my summer color palette tends to be like white, mid to light wash denim, blue, pink, green. And so this does actually match with like a lot of the pieces I have, but in particular, I feel like it works best in more like casual outfits because I feel like this really kind of like chubby puffer silhouette really just like shines in those. Whereas I feel in more formal situations, the outfits I like to wear to those, I prefer like a more like slimline, smaller bag. Which on that, shout out to this bag, which is like quite literally on its last legs. I don't know if you can see that there. It's like, yeah, this nearly broke on me the last time I wore it. This is a very battered and used bag that I got from ASOS in like 2018, 2019. And I have worn it a lot and it has served me well. It was never like an amazing quality piece to begin with, but it was affordable and I wanted to try this kind of style. And now that I know I like this style of bag, I am sort of on the lookout for one to kind of, you know, spiritually take its place. And also in owning this bag, I have really enjoyed that it's like kind of a soft pink, like light pastel color, but at times I didn't love how like peachy it was and was wishing it was like a little bit more on that like cool tone side. I'm such a boring broken record, I'm sorry, but like that's personal style, you know what I mean? Figuring out what you like, so making decisions and choices is easier and more effective. So I kind of like the looks of a couple from By Far, but I will also look at some vintage ones. I don't know, I'm like open to opportunities. So yeah, honorable mention, because even though I've been wearing those other two bags more than this one as of recent, as evidenced by the fact that it's nearly falling apart and I've had it for multiple years now, I have worn this a lot and found that this style does factor into outfits quite often. Then I wanted to share this blue dress. Again, you may have seen this on maybe TikTok. And when I made, again, it was actually also the Cody Booker video, which featured this dress. A lot of people said this was like their favorite item. I really like baby blues, but I don't wear a lot of straight up like blues. So when I wore this and everyone was like, that looks really nice. And I was like, wow, this looks really nice. And then I saw that this like exact shade of blue was like very much in my like top recommended color palette colors. I was like, yep. Figures. The adjustable tie on the neckline means that it kind of like fits and sits perfectly on the neckline and around the chest. You know, and again, in kind of like a style epiphany thing, I was like realizing how much I really enjoyed like square neck and sweetheart necklines on myself and how I just felt like they were really flattering to me. And this is just like a really gorgeous like sweetheart neckline, really nice, comfortable puff sleeves. It's just a really easy summer dress. I have worn this really casually. I've also styled it up to go out on like nice dinners. And a lot of the kind of summer sundresses I have are like full length and maybe a little bit more fitted and feel a little bit more formal, whereas this one I just feel is like a little bit more versatile and easy to wear. I also wanted to briefly mention some active wear that I've worn a lot of. I've mentioned it a couple of times, but much to everyone's surprise, especially mine, I am now a gym girly. I enjoy weight training. It's fun. I don't know if you'd want to see like a video about that, like how I went from someone being like, oh, I'm just like not really like a gym person, to being someone who's there like 3 times a week and now has to browse online for protein supplements. But I've been dipping my toes into the world of activewear, and I found a few pieces that I like from a few different places. Please leave your recommendations down below. But this set from Alo Yoga that I picked up in the sales last year has by far been my favorite. First of all, this particular color is really pretty, so a delight to wear. But also with a lot of active wear, like for leggings, I find that they kind of tend to roll down or like slip down at the waist. I need to like pull them up. And with shorts, I find that they tend to like roll up or right up at the leg, and I have to like pull them down. I don't know if it's like the length or the material or what, but this particular pair from Alo Yoga, I don't have that problem with. I don't have to pull these down. And that includes both weights, but also like cardio. Like I can run on the treadmill or use the bike or the rowing machine and they just stay put. And just like the shape of both the top and the bottom as well is really nice. The only thing I will say is with the top, you can potentially get some slight, you know, pepperoni visibility. Like the top doesn't have any padding or molding like some other sports bra styles you'll see, but it is double lined. Something to be aware of, but I haven't found it to really be a problem. But yeah, let me know if you want me to talk more about activewear. I could maybe do a video comparing like some different sets I've tried, but this is far and away my favorite. I don't know if they do this color anymore, but I know this is like a set that Alo Yoga kind of just always have in different colors, so I'll link it. When these ones are in the wash, it's like a little bit of a sad day, you know what I mean? Then last but not least, I just want to talk about a few pairs of shoes that I have been wearing the most. Starting with these, which as you can see, like at the back, they are so worn, so broken down. I've been saying for a couple of months now, like, oh, I need to replace these, or like I need to get some different ones, but I haven't done it yet because I haven't been able to find like a replacement. These are just the Fila Disruptors, which I know were like really popular a couple of years ago, but they're like a shoe style that just really works for me. Like I just like the chunk. And I would say for any of you aspiring editors of my Wiki Feet article that my feet are on the larger side. So some particular styles of like sneaker, I feel like I'm just kind of wearing like clown shoes, but these are like cute clown shoes that don't make my feet look big. I don't know, I really like them, but I don't think they really make them anymore, maybe. I don't know, I've been like looking for Fila Disruptors online and they seem to be in suspiciously short supply, which is worrying. Again, it's been summer and I want to talk about these like Mules. These two pairs are from Princess Polly, and kind of like the bags, having like pastel green option, pastel pink option. This is more like the neutral, sort of goes with a bunch of different outfits. This matches with like the blue, green, pink kind of vibe. So having these two different colors of the same shoe has come in handy. I have worn both of them quite a lot. However, I do have a qualm in that, like I said before, when I'm going out, I am going out. I'm doing things, I'm walking. Because these are made of like vegan leather or like PU, they're not the most comfortable for long wear use. I've definitely given myself some blisters and pain and suffering in these shoes a couple of times. Just wearing them out for like a short period of time, or where I'm like going out and like not really doing a lot of walking, like taking an Uber to like go to a restaurant or something like that. That's totally fine, but as soon as we're walking kind of continuously for more than like like 15 minutes upwards of that, we start to get a little bit of pain. I feel like this isn't really sounding like an endorsement, but truthfully, I have worn these a lot and they are really cute. Obviously, they are more affordable, but I do feel like, considering how much I like wearing these little side mules, and I wear them enough to the point where I have noticed like the flaw that I can't really walk in them for an extended period of time, even though I've owned them for a long time and like definitely worn them in. It does make me think that maybe I should consider upgrading to a more comfortable version of these, maybe made of real leather or some type of fabric, because I love the really like pastel color options they come in, and like specifically these colors that I have, which, to be fair, I feel like a lot of people would just not wear these types of shoes if they knew they were going to be walking. I just like a little bit of a heel, but yeah, definitely need some other cute mules that I can go walkies in. So then, on the topic of cute shoes that do not cause pain and suffering, these ones are from Vivaia, which if you watch my videos will know that I have partnered with them kind of long term. They're a really great brand to work with from like a creator standpoint. They're really lovely. But more than that, the shoes are really comfy and cute. And I have genuinely worn these shoes so much. Like this kind of soft, dusty pink color kind of go with a lot. And they just kind of, I feel like, dress up an outfit that's more casual. Like I wear these with jeans sometimes instead of sneakers, and it just kind of like zhuzhes it a bit. I also feel like these definitely have some similarities in style to the very popular Dior ones. They're obviously not the same, but this kind of more like preppy vibe, but like the knit sort of makes it more casual. Like they sort of fill that hole that like a neutral pair of heels does. I guess they kind of are a neutral pair of heels. To me, this sort of blush pink is basically a neutral. And there've just been a lot of scenarios where I've had like a cute dress on that I maybe don't have like a pair of shoes that like match the color specifically. And also if I need to walk more than 15 minutes but still want like a heel kind of dealio, these are the ones I tend to go for. They have them in other colors too. I like the pink because I like pink. But yeah, these are significantly more comfortable than the mules I just showed you. And they're also really cute, and I have worn them a lot, and that's the theme of this video. So there we have it. Those are all my most worn pieces of the kind of spring summer season here in Australia. I feel like it's, you know, talking about styling and fashion, but also with like an evidence base, like a data set. You know, I did data analysis at university, and I remember thinking like, oh, this is like so not gonna be me. But then I ended up like actually really liking it, and I was like, perhaps I could have been a woman in STEM. Oh well, rat lady on the internet now. I mean, I do have my skincare spreadsheet. Is it really a surprise to anyone? Another big thank you to Ana Luisa for being the sponsor of this video. A reminder, you've got the link in the description box along with my code to help you save on your order. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!